Hello student, we studied about the rules that must be followed while drawing a ray diagram. Okay. Now in today's lecture, we are going to study the application of that rules. Okay. To study the image formation by spherical mirror using ray diagrams. First of all, let us study about the image formation by concave spherical mirror. Okay. Image formation by concave mirror. By ray diagram. So student, first of all, we take a concave spherical mirror, okay, and a linear object is placed in front of it at various positions, and using ray diagram, okay, we are going to find the position of its respective images. Okay, so first point, when object is placed at infinity. First of all, we place that linear object in front of spherical mirror, that is concave mirror, but at infinity, and we are going to find the position of that its image, okay, using ray diagram. For that, first of all, we take this concave spherical mirror. As you can see here, the outer surface of this concave spherical mirror is silver polished so that its inner surface become reflecting. Now, a point exactly located at its geometric center, that means this point, which is called as its pole, whereas this concave spherical mirror is a small part of an imaginary sphere, any imaginary sphere. The center of that imaginary sphere is called its center of curvature. So this is that imaginary sphere, and this point is considered to be its center. Therefore, this is center of curvature. Now student, a straight line passing through center of curvature and pole, this is called what? Principal axis. And now we know a point located exactly midway between center of curvature and pole, this is called its focus. You all know about all these points, okay, that we studied in our previous video lectures. Now student, if we placed an object at infinity, okay, and we need to find what is the position of its respective image. So student, you know that if we take any point object like this point object is visible to us. Why? Because when a light is incident upon this point object behave as the secondary source of light, as we studied in our first video lecture. That means it actually reflects light in all direction. Why? Because it behave as the secondary source of light. It is illuminated by the light of any primary source, and that primary source may be electric bulb, sun, okay. So as this point object is behaving as the secondary source of light, therefore it will emit the reflected light in all direction like this. Okay, So the point is, when the sun when a ray of lights are emitted by this point object in all direction, they are found to be diverging up to a finite distance, up to a shorter distance. The rays emitted by this point objects looks like diverging. But what happens if they travels an infinite distance? If student, these rays of light travels an infinite distance, what you can see here is, after traveling an infinite distance, these rays, okay, you can see here, these rays are found to be parallel to each other. Got it? That means if an object is located at infinity, all the rays emitted by that object, okay, becomes parallel when they approaches towards the spherical mirror or any optical instrument. Do you understand my point? Up to a finite distance or shorter distance, all the rays emitted by these point objects are found to be diverging. But when these rays travels an infinite distance, a very long distance, these rays are found to be, okay, parallel to each other. They looks parallel to each other like this. Therefore, we conclude that whenever a ray of light, which is initially diverging, travels an infinite distance, the rays are found to be parallel to each other. So student, we apply this here also. We know that the object is located at infinity. That means all the rays emitted by that point objects travels an infinite distance to reach this concave spherical mirror. So after traveling that infinite distance, these rays becomes what? Parallel to each other. Understand? Okay. So whenever we look a parallel rays, okay, which are incident upon the concave spherical mirror, and if that rays are emitted by a single point object, then the location of that object is exactly at infinity. Okay, let us understand this again. If I tell you these two rays, what? These two rays are emitted by the same point object. These two rays, look, these two rays are actually emitted by same point object, and these two rays are incident upon this mirror. That means the two rays emitted by single point are found to be parallel. That means the location of that point which emit these rays is exactly at infinity. Got it? Whenever you observe two parallel rays or many parallel rays which are emitted by single point, that means the location of that point is infinity, or these rays travels an infinite distance so that they becomes parallel to each other. Understand? Okay. Now student, to locate the image of that point object or that object which is located at infinity, we need to draw a ray diagram here. Suppose this is the ray which is incident upon this concave spherical mirror, and it is found to be parallel to principal axis. As you can see here, this ray is parallel to principal axis. Okay, that means this ray travels an infinite distance so that it becomes parallel to principal axis, or again the same ray emitted by the given point object. So these two rays are emitted by that object which is located at infinity, so that these rays travels an infinite distance to reach this concave spherical mirror, so that they are parallel to each other. And now we also observe here that these two rays are also parallel to what? Principal axis, and these two rays are emitted by the same point object. What happens? Using the rules to draw a ray diagram, you know that whenever a ray of light is parallel to principal axis and it is incident on concave spherical mirror, after reflection it will pass through focus. Therefore, after reflection it will pass through what? This focus like this. This will again pass through the focus like this. That means these two rays which are emitted by same point object located at infinity, after reflection these two rays converges to this point, right? Therefore, the image of that point object produces exactly here at focus. Therefore, whenever an object is located at infinity, its image will be obtained at what? Focus. And as you can see here also, the image formed is due to these two reflected converging rays. Therefore, nature of image is what? Real. Okay. And also you can see here also the size of image very diminished, or it is considered to be point sized. Whatever may be the size of object located at infinity, all the rays gets converges to focus. Okay, that means its image will be of point size. Got it? Whatever may be the size of object. Do you understand? Whatever may be the size of object located at infinity, all the rays emitted by that point objects get converges to focus only. Therefore, its image after reflection get converges to focus only. Therefore, image will be of point size. Therefore, we can say that if object is located at infinity, its image will be obtained at where? Focus. Nature of image is real, inverted, and point size, highly diminished, that is point size. Got it? Do you understand? Okay. Let us again understand this also by taking another example. Now student, if we consider the position of point object at infinity, but the point object is not located at along principal axis. It is located slightly above principal axis. It is above the principal axis. So we draw here principal axis. This is concave spherical mirror. This is focus. This is center of curvature. So student, we again take a point object which is at infinity but above principal axis. If we consider this, okay, here also like this. So this point object is at infinity. I take this point object here to so that you can understand. It is located at infinity. So this point object will emit light like this in all direction, and the rays which are emitted by this point object travels an infinite distance when they reaches to concave spherical mirror. So as we know that after traveling an infinite distance, the diverging ray gets converted into what? Parallel rays. Therefore, out of the total rays emitted by this point object, okay, suppose these two ray travels an infinite distance which are initially diverging. Therefore, when they incident upon concave spherical mirror, they gets converted into parallel rays like this. This is the one ray, and suppose this is the one ray, and suppose this is the another one, like this. Now what happens? According to the rules that we studied in our previous video lecture, to draw a ray diagram, the angle made by principal axis with this incident ray is called angle of incidence. Therefore, this concave spherical mirror will reflect this ray such that the angle of reflection will be the same as angle of incidence. So this mirror will reflect this ray along this direction like this. Understand? So that these two angles are the same. Now what is the angle of incidence for this ray? This is also incident upon concave spherical mirror, but it is parallel to this, but it is incident at this point. For that we need to draw a normal, and you know that the radius drawn to any spherical surface are always normal to it. Therefore, we need to draw a radius at this point, and this is center. Therefore, this is the radius and this is the normal line, angle of incidence. Now student, this mirror will again reflect this ray such that angle of incidence and angle of reflection will be the same. Therefore, it reflects a ray of light like this here. Understand? That means these two rays are coming from those point object which are located at infinity, so that they becomes parallel to each other. After reflection, these two rays gets converted at this point, exactly below the focus. Object is located above principal axis and its image is obtained below principal axis, but exactly what? In focal plane, exactly in a focal plane. Object is located above principal axis, but its image is obtained where? Below principal axis. That means image is what? Inverted. So student, this object, this image is located exactly above what? Focus. A plane, you know that a plane which is parallel to or which intersects the focus is called focal plane. It is called what? Focal plane. Okay, let us understand this. Suppose this is a concave spherical mirror, correct? And this is our focus. This is our focus, got it? A vertical plane intersecting that focus, such vertical plane intersecting that focus is called focal plane. Therefore, whatever may be the position of object at infinity, its image will be obtained in the focal plane of concave spherical mirror. If object is located above principal axis, then the image will be obtained at focal, image will be produced at focal plane but below principal axis. If object is located below principal axis, its image will be obtained above principal axis in its focal plane. If object is located on the principal axis, then its image will be obtained exactly at focus. Do you understand all these concepts? Okay. So, in general, we can say that whenever an object is located at infinity, its image will be obtained at focus, right? Nature of image is real, inverted, and of very small size, that is point size. Got it? Now student, if we move that objects towards the center of curvature, if now object is located between infinity and center of curvature, then what is the position of its image and what is its nature also? Let us understand this also. So student, if again I draw such concave spherical mirror whose outer side is silver polish, this is pole, this is its focus, and this is considered to be its center of curvature. If now here we know that infinity lies up to an infinite distance, if now we move that object towards the center of curvature and place it beyond the center of curvature like this. If we take a linear object AB, like this, this is the linear object AB. Now we need to find out the position of its respective image. What is the position of its respective image? Got it? So student, as you know that this is the object, and you know that whenever we see any object, okay, each and every point which is lies on that object behave as the secondary source of light. Okay, each and every point from A to B, within A to B, A and B are the extreme points, but all the points lies between point A and B, they all are visible to us due to what? Due to reflection of light from them. Whenever a light from primary source incident upon all those points, that point reflects the same ray in all direction. That means they all are behaving like the secondary source of light, and the lights reflected by all that point objects when enter in our eyes, okay, we actually get their sensation. Understand? That means the light from primary source when incident upon these objects, all the points of this object reflects it in all direction so that they becomes visible to us. Now student, the rays emitted by all the points from A to B, okay, is incident on the concave spherical mirror, and after reflection, okay, that points gets converges to respective points, that rays gets converges to respective points to produce the entire image of the object. Okay, now rays from all the points lying between A to B is not possible to draw here, so we only draw the rays emitted by the extreme point objects, that is point A and point B, because all the points are located within them, between them. Do you understand? Okay. Now student, first of all, let us take the extreme point B. Now student, this point B behave as the secondary source of light. Why? Because the light from primary sources like electric bulb, sun, okay, and the other primary sources. When incident on B, this point B will reflects that point in all direction. So this point B reflects the rays in all direction like this, and these rays are incident on concave spherical mirror. Okay, out of the all rays emitted by this point object, we only draw some reference rays. Out of it, this is the first one, which is parallel to what? Principal axis. Now all the rays which are emitted by this B, we only take this ray, and the other one which is incident exactly on the pole. Now student, this point B emit light in all direction like this, but we only take these two rays. First, parallel to principal axis. Second, which is directly incident on the pole. Like this. Now student, this ray is parallel to principal axis, therefore after reflection it will pass through focus. Now we know that this ray is directly incident on pole, and it makes an angle of I with principal axis. That means the angle of incidence for this ray is I, and therefore this mirror will reflect this ray such that angle of reflection will be the same as angle of incidence. Therefore this mirror will reflect this ray like this, so that this angle and this angle becomes the same. Now student, you can see here the two rays emitted by B after reflection converges here. Okay, after reflection gets converges here. That means the image of object B, okay, the image of object B is exactly, okay, at this point. Let us call it as B dash. If an object is above principal axis, its image is found to be produced below principal axis. Now student, all the rays emitted by the another extreme point B also incidents upon what? The concave spherical mirror. But you can see here the rays, out of the all rays, one ray which is emitted by point A travels exactly along what? Principal axis. And you know that whenever a ray of light is incident on any mirror along the normal, then it will retrace its original path but exactly in opposite direction, as we discussed in the rules, okay, that must be followed while drawing a ray diagram in our previous video lectures. So this ray after reflection, okay, retrace its original path but exactly in opposite direction. It shows that the position of point, image of point A is exactly on the principal axis. As the object is located at principal axis, then image is also at principal axis. Why? Because the out of the total rays, the one ray emitted by this point travels along principal axis. That means it incident along the normal, so that it retraces its original path in opposite direction. It shows that the image of such points also located at focus, also located along principal axis. Okay, as the point object B, as the image of point object B is here, therefore the image of point object A, which is on the principal axis, therefore it must be produces over here A dash. Therefore the image of this point object, this object, is A dash B dash. Whenever object is located between what? Infinity and center of curvature, the image will be obtained where? Between center of curvature and focus. Therefore we can write here image is between center of curvature and focus. Understand? Now student, as you can see here, the image B dash produces due to converging ray. Therefore this image is what? Nature of this image is what? Real. Nature of image is what? Real. As you can see here also, point B of object is above principal axis, but when its image is obtained, it is below the principal axis. That means image is what? Inverted. Image is what? Inverted. As you can see here also, the size of object is AB, but its image is what? Of smaller size. Of smaller size. That means image is diminished. Got it? This is how we obtain the image of those point object which is located between infinity and center of curvature. Understand? Okay. Now student, when object is located at center of curvature, okay, now for that again we take such concave spherical mirror. This is pole, this is focus, this is center of curvature, and this side is silver polish. Okay. Now object is located again at C. Let us take the same object AB, placed exactly at center of curvature C. Now we need to find what is the position of its image. For that, you know that all the rays emitted by B, okay, which are moving like this towards the concave spherical mirror, out of that total rays, we only take two reference rays. Okay, the first one is parallel to principal axis and the second one is directly incident on pole. As you can see here, this ray emitted by this point B is parallel to principal axis, therefore it will pass through focus after reflection according to the rules, and this ray which is directly incident on pole makes an angle I with principal axis, therefore this is the angle of incidence. Therefore this ray will be reflected by this mirror such that angle of reflection is same as angle of incidence, therefore it will reflect like this. Okay, we are not using any geometric box so that the figure will be slightly different, like this here. So student, the two rays emitted by point B on concave spherical mirror, after reflection they again converges to this point. Therefore you can see here the image of this point object is exactly at the B dash. As you know, point A lies on principal axis, therefore its image will also be on principal axis, and these two are interconnected, therefore these two must be of interconnected, therefore image is also at there, here also, A dash B dash, A dash. Understand? Therefore we can say that image is at C. If object is at center of curvature, then image is also at center of curvature. Position of object and image is same. Nature, real, because these are the converging rays. Now point B is above principal axis, but its image is below principal axis. That means image is inverted. As you can see here, the size of object and size of image You can see here, size of object and size of its image, both are same. Therefore, of same size. The image is of the same size as object. Understand? Okay. At focus. Pole, focus, center of curvature, outer side silver polish. Now student, if we place object exactly at focus, what happens? The all rays emitted by object at focus, okay, after reflection becomes parallel to each other. Now these rays are parallel to each other, so they never meets each other. That means image of object located at focus is imperceptible, or we can say that it is located at infinity, so we cannot get the image. Understand? Do you understand? If object is located at focus, okay, then all the rays emitted by this object after reflection gets parallel to each other, becomes parallel to each other, and therefore as the rays are parallel, therefore they never meets each other, and as they are not meeting each other, therefore they does not produce any image. So we can say that the image will be at infinity. Okay, at infinity. Understand? Okay. Highly magnified, the image is ultimately the image is imperceptible. Highly magnified at infinity. Instead of saying this, we can say that the image is imperceptible. Now the last point, between focus and pole. Now student, if the object is located between focus and pole like this, now what is the position of its image? For that we again follow the rules for drawing ray diagram. All the rays emitted by B, we take only two reference rays. First of all, parallel to principal axis, and the second one incident upon the pole directly like this. So after reflection, this ray will pass through focus and travel along this direction, and this ray will be reflected by this mirror such that angle of reflection will be the same as angle of incidence. Therefore it will move like this. It will move like this. As you can see here, the reflected rays are actually diverging. The reflected rays are actually diverging, and for an observer, these two rays looks like to be coming from this imaginary point. For an observer looking from here, these two rays appears him to be coming from this position. Therefore position or the position of image of this point object B is here B dash, and as you know that if the object is located on principal axis, image will be also on principal axis, therefore B will be at here. This is the position of image. So you can say that if object is located between F and P. Now student, this image is behind the mirror, and this image is obtained by these rays which are diverging, so the image is virtual. behind mirror, not located here but looks like it is at that point. Okay, and you can see here this is the size of object, but the image is of much higher size, so we can say that it is highly magnified. This is how we get the images, okay, of objects located at various positions. Understand? Okay, now student, we placed all these points in a tabular form. Okay, thank you.